Welcome back, everyone. And today we're looking at the New York AM session, specifically the silver bullet from ICT for E-mini NASDAQ for the date of August 22nd. Today is Thursday. So jumping right in here, we're looking at the weekly chart for NASDAQ. And the only level I had going in for today was this new week opening gap. So let me zoom in so you guys can see. So the close of this candle and the open of this candle, that's your new week opening gap, and we can see prices rejecting off it. In addition, we also have this weekly bearish order block. We can see price rejected there once, and then we're back at it again. And then dropping down to our daily chart, I also had a new day opening gap. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to show you guys right here. It's going to be the close of this candle and the open of that candle from Thursday, 17 July and the 18th. So we can see price trades up into that as well, showing that bearish order flow overall. And another thing is on the daily, all this is a low resistance liquidity run. And the reason is there's no swings and we leave around a lot of gaps. So that could possibly lead to a potential short price going lower and rather quickly. So you see how price kept pulling back here? Because here all through at least here, it wasn't as low resistance liquidity. Just because you had swings it had to really go through. It had some obstacles, compared to here where there's just no obstacles for price to really, there's just the gaps to fill. That's it. So the rate at which it'll fall, it'll be much faster compared to this one. And then dropping down to our 1 hour time frame, I had some liquidity points. Look at how price respected the new day and the new week opening gap. Absolutely perfect. And as we can see, leading up to the session, I had buy stops right up here. We take it once, and then we have another buy stop taken twice. And we also have a lot of these equal lows down here. Retail is buying all this right now. They're trying to buy up all this right now. So I see price drawing lower on the bigger time frames. So we have that smart money sponsorship to see price going lower overall. And we're also above midnight open. So as we can see here, you see prices above that minute open at the time of the ICT silver bullet. So it takes the liquidity. We're above. Price is trading into a premium. So as the saying always goes, when price is above midnight open, that's best for your sells. And when price is below midnight open, that's best for your buys. Just because smart money is going to want to accumulate shorts above midnight open, and then they're going to want to accumulate longs below midnight open. And then dropping down to the 15-minute, a possible short entry target if taken there could have been the consequent encroachment of this 15-minute rejection block. You could also target sell side or even this fair value gap here as well. It would just depend on as to how things were looking on this day for you to really engage whether you want to take there, stop even here. Really, that'll be up to you as to where you were looking at. But for this day, I was looking for this rejection block here. And now if we drop down to a 1 minute time frame, this is what I saw going into the day so far. As we can see here, we had smooth lows all throughout price action. So you see we have these smooth lows here. We had these smooth lows here. Let me zoom in to show you guys a little better, see all that. And then we had another set down here. And you can see price just completely smashes and breaks through all that. So break it down step by step. We see price runs down and forms those two smooth lows, runs buy stops above these equal highs. See how they're really close to one another, really smooth. And then price drops lower. And then we trade into this inversion fair value gap. And then here's 10 a.m. opening price. I always also recommend that just because you have the power of 3 by ICT. It helps a lot. And we can see price just trades above it just slightly and also respects that inversion fair value gap. We do trade lower. And then price trades up into this fair value gap here, taking buy stops above this high. And then taking sell stops below this low. Finally reaching that midnight opening price. Now, it wasn't as clean as, other days are with price action because, I like how the bodies respected the new day opening gap and then we rejected the new week opening gap. But really, if you're an ICT silver bullet model trader, the issue with this entry is that, you don't have a fair value gap here and no real bigger displacements. You do have the breakaway gap up here, But really, this was a little complicated just because price was slightly chopping around. We also had news at 9:45 that also really influenced a little bit of this. And then let's say, okay, price displaced lower, you're trying to possibly find an entry here. It's a little tough because price just we keep wicking throughout all this price action, and then already down here you're so close to midnight open that you might have an issue trying to engage in a short. Like if you see this order block here, you try to short that. Ideally, you don't want to see price stalling like this, and then it finally runs. It does respect here, but as you can see here, we even pass it slightly, but the body still respect. That's the important thing. And then let's say you did take this, look at that. Price comes back already back up and does a lot of choppiness. Look at this. This is really, really ugly price action, But this day overall, for most of you might have been a skip day just because, like I said, there's no real, this is really chaser. If you did take any of this, it's just chasing. And then you could also have said, okay, maybe you've taken that. But even so, even if you did, trying to target, at least that 15-minute rejection block or lower, it's really tough. Just because you've already taken so much, like it dropped so quickly and didn't leave really that much to be taken after. We took these smooth lows down here, this one, and even this one. So you weren't really left with much on this day overall. And like I said, once you were here, you're already so close to that midnight open. And we're already disrespecting bearish PD arrays, taking liquidity, closing above. It's not a rather ideal scenario to be in. So most likely this day would have been, for most of you, a skippable day. And if we take a look at dollar, we're going to go to the daily chart on dollar. I'm going to show you guys what I had on there. Alrighty, so on DXY, we have a new day opening gap. Let me show you guys where I got it from. So once again, if you take the close of this candle and the open of that candle and you draw it out, look at how DXY perfectly respects consequent encroachment of it. And my target for the day was this daily SIBI consequent encroachment at a minimum. And that really supported the idea of NASDAQ going lower just because dollar was going higher. And if we dropped onto a 15-minute time frame, once again, you see price in that new day opening gap. It respects it absolutely perfectly. Look at the bodies. And my target for the day was these two smooth highs up here. There's a lot of buy stops up here. Price is trying to run up that overall. We also bought below midnight open in London. And then we're starting to see price come and seek that. So ideally, I'd want to see price take that with speed and come into this daily SIBI consequent encroachment for the day. But overall, to me, it was a skip day. I didn't really like price action today on NASDAQ. It could have been a little cleaner. But we'll see what we get tomorrow overall. But I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to check out any other videos I have below. Comment down if you guys have any questions. And feel free to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Peace.